Welcome to Smallville then, and now. Lana Lang. Portrayed by Kristen Kruk, Lana Lang is one of Clark Kent's friends and on-again off-again girlfriend. In the first season, Lana and Clark's friendship is just beginning, as she is dating Whitney Fordman during this time. After Whitney leaves for the Marines in the season 1 finale, Lana and Clark slowly begin to try to start a romantic relationship. In season 7, Lana leaves Smallville, leaving behind a DVD explaining to Clark that even though she loves him, the only way for him to help the world to the best of his ability would be if she left him and Smallville for good. Jonathan Kent. John Schneider's background portraying Bo Duke on The Dukes of Hazzard led to him landing the role of Jonathan Kent. John Schneider portrays Jonathan Kent, Martha's husband and Clark's adopted father. He goes to great lengths to protect his son's secret, which includes almost killing a reporter in the season 2 premiere, who was going to expose Clark's secret to the world, and making a deal to allow Clark's biological father, Jor-El, to take Clark to fulfill his destiny if Jor-El gave Jonathan the power to bring Clark home. Schneider performed the role for 5 seasons, before his character was killed off in a scene reminiscent of Glenn Ford's death as Jonathan Kent in Richard Donner's Superman. Lex Luthor. Michael Rosenbaum portrays Lex Luthor, the son of billionaire Lionel Luthor, who is sent to Smallville to run the local fertilizer plant. After Clark saves his life in the pilot episode, the two become quick friends. Over the course of 7 seasons, beginning on the day Clark rescues him from drowning, Lex tries to uncover the secrets that Clark keeps. Lex's curiosity eventually leads to a blowout between him and Clark in the season 3 finale. Lex's investigations ultimately lead to him discovering the truth about Clark's alien heritage in the season 7 finale. Chloe Sullivan. Allison Mack portrays one of Clark's best friends, Chloe Sullivan. Editor of the school newspaper, her journalistic curiosity, always wanting to expose falsehoods, and know the truth, causes tension with her friends, especially when she is digging into Clark's past. She discovers Clark's secret in the 4th season episode, Pariah. Pete Ross. Sam Jones III plays Pete Ross, another of Clark's best friends. He hates the Luthors for what he sees as their thievery of his family's cream corn business, and is the first person Clark voluntarily informs of his secret. Clark Kent. Portrayed by Tom Welling, Clark Kent is an alien being from a planet called Krypton with superhuman abilities, which he uses to help others in danger. Clark is adopted by Jonathan and Martha Kent in the series pilot, when he crash lands to Earth as a 3-year-old child. 12 years later, he tries to find his place in life after being told he is an alien by his adoptive father. For most of the series, Clark spends his time running from his Kryptonian heritage. He eventually accepts his destiny, and becomes Superman in the show's final episode. Martha Kent. Martha Kent, Clark's adopted mother, is portrayed by Annette O'Toole. Martha, along with her husband Jonathan, gives Clark sage advice about how to cope with his growing abilities. In season 2, Martha becomes pregnant with her first child. In the season 2 episode Fever, Clark's spaceship heals her body and allows her to have children, something she physically could not do when she adopted Clark, but in season 2's finale she suffers a miscarriage after an automobile accident. Lionel Luthor. John Glover portrays Lex's father, Lionel Luthor. Lionel initially sends his son to Smallville to run the local fertilizer plant, as a test. When Lex succeeds in making a profit for the first time in years, Lionel closes the plant down completely and blames it on Lex's poor managerial skills. As the series progresses, Lionel becomes interested in the Kawatch Caves, which have Kryptonian symbols painted on their walls. His interests also extend to the secrets Clark keeps. After being possessed by Jor-El in the season 5 episode, Hidden, Lionel begins assisting Clark in keeping his secret hidden from Lex. In season 7, Lionel is murdered by Lex, who realizes that his father has been covering up the truth about an alien visitor. Jason Teague. Jensen Ackles appears in season 4 as Jason Teague, a love interest for Lana. The pair meet in Paris, while Lana is studying abroad. When she leaves unexpectedly in the season 4 episode Gone, Jason follows Lana back to Smallville and takes a position as the school's assistant football coach. Lois Lane. Erica Durance first appears in season 4 as Chloe's cousin Lois Lane. Lois comes to Smallville investigating the supposed death of Chloe, staying with the Kents while she is in town. In Season 5's Fanatic, Lois takes a job as Jonathan's chief of staff when he runs for state senate. She continues these duties when Martha takes Jonathan's place following his death. After some reservation, Lois decides that she is interested in journalism and takes a job at a tabloid newspaper called The Inquisitor. This eventually lands her a position at the Daily Planet. Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen is first mentioned in Season 4 as the person Chloe lost her virginity to, while interning at the Daily Planet. He makes his official appearance, portrayed by Aaron Ashmore, in the Season 6 opener. Working as a photographer for the Daily Planet, Jimmy rekindles his relationship with Chloe in the Season 6 episode Wither. DC Comics had qualms over how close Jimmy was in age to Clark and Lois, as the character was supposed to be at least 10 years younger. The producers guaranteed the department they would eventually reveal the Jimmy Olsen who appeared on the show was not the Jimmy Olsen who would one day work alongside Clark and Lois. At the character's funeral, his full name is shown to be Henry James Olsen, and it is alluded that Jimmy's younger brother, who is given a brief appearance at the funeral, is the DC Comics version of Jimmy Olsen who will one day work at the Daily Planet with Clark and Lois. He appeared in the final episode of Smallville as the younger Jimmy Olsen. Laura Vandervoort joined the cast in Season 7 as Kara, Clark's Kryptonian cousin. She arrived on Earth at the same time as Clark, with the mission to protect her cousin, but was stuck in suspended animation for 18 years. In the Season 7 premiere, Kara is released from suspended animation and saves Lex from drowning. A brief glimpse of Kara flying into the sky results in Lex's new obsession, with finding the angel that saved his life. Oliver Queen. Justin Hartley portrays Oliver Queen, a billionaire who left Star City to live in Metropolis. While in Metropolis, Oliver masquerades at night as a costumed vigilante, named Green Arrow by Lois. Oliver leaves Metropolis in Season 6, after destroying one of Lex's secret 33.1 facilities, where Lex experiments on meteor-infected individuals against their will. He returns in Season 8 to search for Clark, after the latter goes missing when his Fortress of Solitude is destroyed. Hartley was a recurring guest in the 6th and 7th seasons, but became a series regular in Season 8. Tess Mercer. Cassidy Freeman portrays Tess Mercer, the acting CEO of Luthor Corp., who is Lex Luthor's protégé, tasked to run the company should something ever happen to him. The character is loosely based on Lena Luthor from the comics, and the name Tess Mercer is a homage to two female characters from Superman lore, Eve Teschmacher and Mercy Graves, who are both Lex's henchwomen. As Freeman describes her character, Tess Mercer is Lex's handpicked successor. Brainiac. James Masters appears in 8 episodes of Season 5, as well as 4 episodes of Season 7, as the Kryptonian artificial intelligence known as Brainiac, referred to on the series as the Brain Interactive Construct. Brainiac first appears in the Season 5 episode, Arrival. Davis Bloom. Sam Witwer portrays the role of Davis Bloom during Season 8. He is a paramedic for Metropolis General Hospital. He first appears in the Season 8 episode, Plastique. Davis is actually Smallville's interpretation of the comic book character Doomsday, the only character to have succeeded at killing Superman. In Smallville, Doomsday is represented as a nice guy paramedic, who grew up moving from foster home to foster home. His storyline is considered very dark, in that the character uncovers horrible truths about himself as Season 8 progresses. Zod. Callum Blue portrays Zod in Season 9. Zod is first mentioned in Season 5's Arrival, when 2 of his disciples arrive on Earth attempting to turn the planet into a Kryptonian utopia. In the episode Solitude, Brainiac attempts to release him from his Phantom Zone prison, where it is revealed that Clark's biological father Jor-El placed Zod's spirit after destroying his physical form. In the Season 5 finale, Zod is successfully transferred into Lex Luthor's body, after Clark unknowingly releases him from the Phantom Zone. Clark eventually pulls Zod's spirit out of Lex's body, using a Kryptonian crystal of his father's in the Season 6 premiere. In the Season 8 finale, the Kryptonian Purple Orb, which was used in the Season 7 finale to destroy the Fortress of Solitude, and remove Clark's powers, appears at the Luthor Mansion and releases Zod in physical form. Whitney Fordman. Eric Johnson appears as Whitney Fordman, Lana's boyfriend in Season 1. While initially friendly to Clark, he soon becomes jealous of Clark and Lana's budding friendship, going so far as to haze Clark in the series pilot. Whitney is forced to run the family business when his father is stricken with a heart disease in the episode Shimmer. He ultimately loses his football scholarship, and in the episode Kinetic, he starts ignoring Lana, and begins hanging around with past high school football stars, who recruit him for their illegal endeavors. He eventually reconciles with Clark and Lana before joining the Marines in the Season 1 finale and leaving the show. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe.